What's up, cuties? Come on in. Hit that like button for me. I will delete this later. Hey. All right, let me grab some lip gloss.
You looking sweeter. You said I could love you in a special way. Like my mind.
Come on in. Oh, wow. Welcome, welcome. Oh. All right. Come on in, hit the like button. We're going to get started in 1 minute. All right. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you guys. Come on in, hit the like button for me. And thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me for this Hot Topics Wednesday. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to the cuties. Shout out to the new cutie crew members. I see you guys. Also, shout out to my cutie mom. Shout out to Pink Diva, also known as Pink Table Topics. If you guys are not following Pink Table Topics on YouTube, make sure to do so. Also, make sure to follow my other Cutie Crew sisters. One aunt, Aunt Debbie, is right here on YouTube, as well as my little sis Sammy, Samantha Uncut. So make sure to follow them, guys. Shout out to the Cutie Crew, again to the Cutie Mods. I got a number of hot topics tonight, a number of them. And as of now, you guys pencil me in for Mondays and Wednesday evenings, I believe. I'm trying to get a set schedule so people can know when I'm coming on with these evening hot topics. But I appreciate you guys that are here. Shout out to the replay gang in advance, as well as those that are in the bushes. How are you guys today? Rosemary. Hi, Rosemary. Side eye. Hey, side eye. Patricia. Why I keep saying your Goodman. Pat H. What up, though? Shout out to each and every one of you. Cutie Crew is representing, baby. Cutie Crew is representing. You guys know I must address my Bridget J just like this.
Girl, what's going on?
What's going on? But yeah, thank you guys again. I'm not gonna be able to. Angela Richardson, Mocha, baby, look, the Vegas Cutie Crew is showing out in the chat. Okay, let's be clear. It's here. Let's be clear. I'll text you later. I will text you. Let me write it down. Because I'm noticing something and we got to make sure that we get that together. Okay, so I'll text you, sis. I have to write that down. But we're going to get started. Melanin is here. Mocha. See, when I get started, I don't stop. Ophelia, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Hey, Kathy Johns. Mrs. Boss Chick in the building. Fifi Cricket. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ms. E. Bar Star is in the building. Welcome, welcome. Melanin Beauty. To be real. A lot of you guys are in here representing. Thank you so much. 60 of you currently watching from the Shy, Miss E, Bar Star. You know I gotta say that from the Shy Town represent, okay? But we're gonna get started because I have a number. I don't have to rush. That's another reason I want to start doing my hot topics in the evening so we can spend some time on these topics, okay? So I am going to put up my copyright disclaimer because I will be sharing content. Shout out to all the Instagram platforms that I will be sharing content with. But what you guys think about Derek Groves, the 10th and final inmate that escaped that jail in Louisiana, has finally been captured after 5 months. And look, I don't know if it's me. I don't judge. But everybody, not everybody, a lot of folks, hey girlfriend, in the comment sections across Instagram, they keep saying, hold on, because he look a little good. He fine. Why he fine though? This is what I'm reading currently. Is it me? I'm gonna play the video, but I don't see it too much. I don't see it too much. But he was accosted today, and he did. He stayed out a long time. Mrs. Boss Chick said his vacation is over. Back to the slammer. And this is what I played in my head when I saw that they got him.
Got him! Got him!
They got him. And look, thank you, Patricia D. I thought it was me, child. I thought it was me. I don't care how he looked. I was rooting for him though, guys. And I'm guilty of not knowing what he was initially charged for, why he was in the clanker period. But I was rooting for him, as far as his escape. But he crazy as hell going to the Atlanta. You know what I mean? Dude, you should have been in Mexico somewhere where you wouldn't have been able to be extradited. Now, at one point, guys, they did say that he was in Atlanta. He was wearing lashes and wigs and all of the above. And as you can see here, he's not in his disguise. But let me show you guys. Girlfriends ain't nothing fine about him, child. I feel the same way. But it's the women going crazy. They're already saying they're going to be writing him in jail and everything. But you guys take a look. Was it the kiss right there? Maybe it was the kiss. Hold on. I don't know. I just got a little second glance. Let me take a look. Let me take a look again. Well, not there. Right there, he look all right. But anyway, this is when they were bringing him out. And he was going off in the back of that patrol car. And dude, you have nothing to say. You've been on the run for 5 months. 5 months. Angela Richardson said, not me, child. Take a look at him bringing him out. I'm going to have to mute this music, I believe. Now, look, he got a little body yaddy. Neighborhood talk ain't right for that music. Were any of you rooting for him? Let me know. And I'm sorry. Somebody snitch, sis. I'm sorry for not doing my due diligence. I don't know what the man was initially locked up for, but I really was rooting for him. You wasn't, Mrs. E. Barstar? And maybe I shouldn't have said that because, again, I don't know what he was in there for. And what I do know is he's going to be in there for quite some time now. Nobody, just me. I was really rooting for dude. You know, Teresa said them folks in the A is going to snitch. Look, this is what they are saying happened. They're saying that he was sprung on some little tenderoni that he met in the A, and he had been at her place for quite some time. Oh, okay, yeah, no, he's supposed to be in there. Thank you, just Mia, or Maya. I keep forgetting, but he was with this chick for months. I guess I don't know if it was the full 5 months or what. But you guys should know there was a big reward that was offered for anyone that could provide details that would lead to his arrest. And word on the streets is that the chick is the one that ended up snitching. Now, I don't know if this part is true, but they are saying that she had a boyfriend and her boyfriend let her entertain this guy for months in order to get him comfortable enough for them to get that money. So I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, he back. And if he was in there for unaliving someone, especially coming out of Louisiana, he in there for life now. He will not get back out. Keeping his body right for his prison bay. They ain't got nothing to lose. Angela Richardson said he didn't have any money to stay out, but somebody was hiding him for months. Hey, Judy Brown, somebody was hiding him for months, and I'm sure, giving him a couple dollars. So yeah, Derek Groves is on his way back, if not already. I don't know if he's going to be driven back to Louisiana or flown back, but he on his way back. He's on his way back. Hey, Terry T baby. He should have known he couldn't stay in one place too long. Right. Right. Hey, Lady Vi. And his run on the streets are over. Over. I don't know if you guys saw that picture, but he was once and I don't believe it was AI, and we're going to talk about AI next. But he was once allegedly spotted in a hot pink wig, and again with lashes and all of that. So somebody said if he would have kept that up, especially in Atlanta, they probably wouldn't have never found him. You know? Yes, mocha. Definition of getting paid. I mean, laid and paid. Yes. And look, she outslicked the slickster. Jacqueline was said, I was betting he was out in plain sight. He wasn't leaving the country. That's dumb to me. Look, if I take the time to escape, you best believe, but I'm sure it was hot. You know what I'm saying? At the airports and all of that. And I'm sure that he just didn't have a chance to well, not have a chance. He didn't want to take a risk of going through customs and all of that. So I guess he had to stay, but he could have went from state to state. I don't know. I don't know. But the streets are safer. The streets are safer. We're gonna move on to this next topic. Before I even put it up here, let me cancel this and let me put a banner up so you guys won't be able to see it. What are your thoughts on AI? What are your thoughts on AI? Scary to me. It is truly, truly scary. I've been feeling this way. First of all, from the beginning, the beginning was audio, and now some of the things that they are creating is very, very scary and looks real. One of my long time Facebook groups that I'm in, and shout out to them. I'm not going to say the name, but periodically, because I just don't have the time, I'll go over there. But there's a guy over there that we used to always tease each other, flirting, just innocent flirting. And anyway, another one of my brothers is what I'll call him, created an AI video of me and this guy kissing, and it looked real. That's scary to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want his girl, his wife, or anybody coming after me, baby. That's fake. That is fake. So I'm just afraid to see how the future will be when it comes to this AI. But there are two kids of prominent people, Dr. King's daughter, Bernice King, as well as Robin Williams' daughter, Zelda, and they are telling fans to cut it out. Cut it out. They don't like it, and I don't blame them. So, Robin Williams' daughter spoke with Variety, and she said to fans, please just stop sending me AI videos of dad. If you've got any decency, just stop doing this to him and to me, to everyone, even full stop. It's dumb. It's the waste of time and energy. And believe me, it's not what he'd want. And Bernice King said, I concur concerning my father. Please stop. And look, this pissed me off when I first saw it. Sexy Red posted this. And I believe I discussed this before back in the day. And as you guys can see, that is Sexy Red looking into the eyes of an AI version of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And look, I've never been a fan of Sexy Red, a tad bit, a little too hood radish for me. Yeah, this was totally disrespectful. And at the time, Bernice King said this is intentionally distasteful, dishonoring, deplorable, and disrespectful to my family and my father, who is not here to respond himself because he was assassinated for working for your civil and human rights and to end war and poverty. And at the time, she asked Sexy Red to delete this shit. Because as you guys can see here, Sexy Red is the one that posted this. So it's scary. It's scary. Brittany, Janae, and like I said, it was done to me. And I've been cool. We have been in a Facebook group. We were actually on a message board before Facebook even started. So I'm aging myself, but I believe Facebook started around 2007 or 2008ish, somewhere around there. Hmm, maybe six. I don't know. But anyway, that's how long all of us have been in this group. We've grown up together. But yeah, that scared me. It was a picture of me that was somehow created into a video kissing the guy. And it looked just like him and just like me. I don't like it. It's very creepy and it's scary. And girlfriend said, I'm not a fan of AI. It seems a bit lazy and will and can get someone in trouble. Agreed. CC said, I don't like AI. Sometimes you can tell when it's being used. Yeah, the thing is, a lot of times I can't tell. I would have to really look at it. You know, I would have to really look at it and study it. And look, I don't blame Robin Williams' daughter. We lost a Robin Williams. He unalived himself. And who wants to see that? You guys making a joke about folks' loved ones, you know? Jacqueline, she don't care about the look. I don't want to say the whole generation, but that one there, she don't care. I can't stand her either, Brittany Janae. And I think she was planted out here to make that generation feel like everything she do has, I'm gonna try not to judge, but everything that entails her, they wanted to put that out in the forefront, if you know what I mean. You know. Hey Nixie, how are you, sis? So I see it looks like even in the comment section, we are on one accord. Trashy, disrespectful, creepy. To be real, is just shocked. And yeah, I don't like it at all. I don't. Let's see if I missed anybody. Mocha said AI about to take over the music industry. You know what, Mocha? Hey Liddell, that big battle last week that was going on between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. There was an AI song written as a diss to Nicki Minaj, and I could not believe that it wasn't. I believe it was in Cardi's voice. So you're right, but not only that, sis, it's probably gonna take over the internet and everything. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't blame them at all. As somebody else said, I think was girlfriend, somebody gonna end up getting hurt. It's not cute. And I just don't think that they are taking into account the feelings of the family. This is just a hit it and quit it. Shout out to Tiana Taylor, Aaron Pierre. That's Musafa. Do you guys see the picture? I'm just gonna keep it on here for a second. Shout out to maybe I should have saved this for members only or Patreon. But just shout out to Tiana Child. She got her one. That's all I gotta say. I'm not even gonna wait until you guys figure out what's in this picture. We're gonna go ahead and go on to the next one. But I do think they make a beautiful couple. And I didn't know it was like that, child. I did not know at all. Let's keep it moving. Well, did you guys see the towel? You would have to go back and look at the towel, and you can't help it. So that's my fast ass Cutie Crew sisters in the chat. Pink Diva, Teresa Wright, everybody. Just me and not a Cutie Crew member, but she said that man is fine. Yeah, because we'll talk about it. You already look at her fast ass. Look at her. Look at her. Talking about I already synced it in my Moses voice. Teresa, we'll discuss that in members only. Okay, y'all want to see it again. Lord have mercy. All right, why I got this banner up? First of all, let me bring this back up for these fast tail Cutie Crew members. But I closed it out, but I know exactly where to find it. I know exactly where to go. Where Don your fast tail at? Hold on, I'm gonna bring it up for you guys. And I just want you guys to take a quick glance. Cutie Crew, we gotta act like we got some sense out here in public. When I put up that post about the members, Cutie Crew membership, which is true, it's true. But we'll take our fastness behind the walls, child. Let me bring them back up. Ooh, child. This is not a ledge. Take a look, Bridget J. Take a look. You asked for it. Terry T, baby, you didn't drop down out the bushes for this here. Melanin fast. Everybody fast. Look at it. Look at side eye. Yes, that's when we got a glimpse. Side eye. Side eye said, I saw it when he was in that spirit tunnel on Jennifer Hudson show. Got a third leg. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it moving. Just something for the ladies. But his girlfriend, Tiana Taylor, said, can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? Put got it in the chat if you got it. Melanin, not my sweet melanin beauty child. Put got it in the chat if you got it. I'm going to leave it up here. Look at feminine Leo. Fast. He can wear any gray sweats around me. So y'all don't got it. I'm asking y'all to put got it in the chat so I could take it down. Don't nobody. Okay, Melanin got it. So yeah, I'll just say this. The towel is flat. Okay, but there's one section of that towel that's not. All right, let's stop. This is Cutie Crew worthy. Not not here on YouTube, child. Shout out to Aaron P. Do you hear me? All right. Yeah, they fast. You too. You too, CC. You too, sis. All right. Deion Sanders, and I really, really want you all's opinions about this. Deion Sanders came, girlfriend, go away from me with this. Talking about oh Lord, SKR would have a fit, baby. Girlfriend say got it and want it, child. Oh, child, look at Mixie. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that to members only. I don't know if we're gonna touch on it tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be wholesome, but we may have us an after party after the elegant elephant is done. You know how we do. But Deion Sanders came out and spoke about blood clots have returned in his leg, and he went in for his 16th surgery in the pet. Look at Bridget J. Let me stop looking at these comments. For his 16th surgery in the last 3 years. That's a lot. But I can't help to, and prayers going up, prayers going up. I can't help but attribute it to the high altitude in Colorado. So you guys know that they really say that you should not look at Rhea. Y'all fast. Um they say that you should not fly if you are prone to getting blood clots if you already have them, and all of that. And a lot of people were in his comments when this broke saying, look, dude, retire. You've made your mark not only by your personal career, but even when it comes to college football. He's been doing this thing since little league football, and I really don't feel like he have anything to prove. But Dion said he was gonna have his surgery and will be right back in practice, if I'm not mistaken, today. So I don't know if he was or not, but I believe the surgery was Monday, if I'm not mistaken. But instead of folks, and I want to know how you guys feel about this, instead of folks doing exactly what Cricket has in this chat, pray for Dion, you see the headline, Karuchi Tran is there to support Prime. And a lot of the comments was saying, about their relationship. That was distasteful to me. Look, Karuchi is 38 years old, grown. And maybe she was tired of men her age that's just immature. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't see anything wrong with it. Is he dating younger? Absolutely. But even at a time like this, child, I don't know. Because now that I think about it, I think when he made that first announcement as far as bladder cancer, we did go into a discussion because that's when he showed Karuchi for the first time, you know? Let me know if you think that it is ghetto of us to talk about her while I play this. Let me know in the chat.
Easy, you see? Wow. That's right. I'm ready to take it off. Girl, the songs.
What you say, Rhea?
Oh, I'm
I'm a pause. To me, Teresa, I see you saying in his voice, because he do have the song "Must Be the Money," and Teresa said, "Now see, her earth want that insurance money." She really does seem to be a supportive girlfriend, I must say.
saying this. Never down God, never stressing, never second guessing. Yep.
All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Let me see. I'm not against it again. Now, if she was 20, 21, then absolutely. But again, she's knocking on 40's door. Dion is what, 58 or something like that? He loves it too much. He loves it too much, in my opinion. And I really do think that go ahead and hang it up, dude. Prioritize your health. You know what I'm saying? Jacqueline said, he said what he is experiencing is hereditary. He did. He absolutely said that. Cece said, the first time I went to Denver, I got altitude sickness. By the time 4 days were over, I couldn't walk. I was wheeled through the airports to get home. Yeah, that high altitude is no joke. And although he did say what he's going through is hereditary, I don't think that's helping if that's the case, you know? Rhea say, I'll tell a story, but never a live fast tale. Must be the money. Karuchi is definitely in that will. You think so, Ham Sandwich? They're not married, but I can almost guarantee you this current times, I'm sure he's taking care of all of her needs. And there were a couple people in the comments, and I had to agree. Deion Sanders, for the most part, is different than he was back in the day. And he's also very positive on a daily basis. If you follow him on Instagram or Twitter or wherever he posts, um, he's always leading with a positive word every day. And I do believe that that's probably how he is with her. He believes in God and all of that. So can we really look at this in a bad way? Karuchi is problematic as well. You know what I'm saying? And look, the money don't hurt that the man has, but I see that they probably do care for each other. I do. Cece said, I just see a dude who won't date near his age. Angela Richardson said, what's wrong with her dating an older man? I don't see anything wrong with it as long as she is happy. I agree with you, Angela Richardson. I do. And again, especially because of her age, 38, 58. I get it, 20 years, but still, she grown. A lot of them get these young girls that haven't experienced life and, you know what I'm saying, had their own share of experiences and all of that. And they just really try to groom them into being who they want them to be. This different to me. Let's see. Mocha says she ain't going nowhere. She see that bag at the end of the tunnel. She ain't got no health issues, so she gonna be straight if she hangs in there with him. Look, I gotta agree with you, Mocha. Shout out to Mocha. Mocha, look, on top of her being with him though, to make sure that that's the case, you're gonna have to go ahead and marry me. Now, what I do know is Dion is tight with his money. At least he was with Pilar. So I don't know. He'll make sure Karuchi get a couple million, but not all. All right. Patricia D said, I live in Denver. The altitude doesn't bother me, but it has caused problems with family visiting here. Dog it. And I am contemplating going to see my niece who is there for Thanksgiving. I may have to second guess that child. But I don't know. With me being, it's a higher altitude where I live and Arizona when I live there, but it's not as high as that. So I don't know. I'll do some research. Teresa said football has become his life. He's taken about coaching. He's talking about coaching his grandson. That will never happen. That will never happen. Dion will be late 70s by the time Snow gets that age. Hey, love my mama. Let's see. Any more thoughts? Any more thoughts? Patricia, my girl, what up though? Said, I'm with you, Angela Richardson. I don't see nothing wrong with them dating. Yeah, and I don't. I really, really don't. And look, if she got a modem, he do too. So it is what it is. Go Carucci. But prayer is going up for Deion Sanders. I would go ahead and retire, but I'm not him. Hey, Linda Gamble, how are you? He is very positive. He really, really is. And he's changed. I couldn't stand Deion Sanders back in the day. And I told you guys that, baby, I was over there slanging and banging on Twitter when he and Pilar were going through their divorce. Slanging and banging. Couldn't stand him. But he has changed. He really, really has. Deborah said, I think Dion needs to take off and take time to rest. He is very hard headed, but he must rest and then maybe come back and coach. Yeah, take some time, dude. You just went through the cancer battle a couple months ago. The blood clot issue, I believe, started when he was at Jackson State, and then now that's back. Chill out. Sometimes God really do be trying to tell you something, but you got to listen. CC said, I live at sea level on the East Coast, so going to Denver the first time was a lot. Yeah, that's scary, CC. I'm glad that you made it home and recuperated from all of that. She is almost the same age as his oldest son and daughter. Yeah. Yeah, I think they care for each other as well. So we're not gonna spend too much time looking. I don't blame if you got those options. Shit, am I gonna choose broke if I got option for rich? Jacqueline? You know what I mean? So look, I don't know if she has or hasn't. We've learned of Karuchi when she dated Chris Brown. But yeah, I don't know. Linda Gamble said 91 likes and 139 in the chat. Please hit the like button. Love My Mama said, I met an old African guy today trying to run game after I told that old ninja that I've been married for 36 years. Then he paused. Guy told me he was single looking for a woman 35 to 40. What? Another guy told you that? Or the old guy you consider 35, 40 old? Yeah, Belichick got the little young chick that's going through all of his money. She done got about 8 million out of him when it comes to buying property, and she's about 26. So yeah, Belichick is 75, and she saw that chick, the one that's with him. I don't like that girl, Teresa. She's very bossy. She storms down on the field, all of that. All right, couple more comments. Deborah said, I think Dion probably care about her more, especially going through his health battles and her being by his side. I think he is paying attention to how she has been there for him. And she has been there for him. You know what I'm saying? So look, hey Indigo, if everybody else that I've been in a relationship with turned out to be just, fools and jerks and mean and arguing and had me crying and all of that, I'm going to welcome positivity. And if I'm grown, I told you guys I had a sugar daddy before or two. If I'm grown, I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? She's old enough to know what she's doing. So yeah, girlfriend, you're gonna have to go ahead and marry though. You're gonna have to marry me, child. I'm over here going through cancer battles and everything else. And yeah, you're gonna have to marry me. Okay. I'm gonna save these last brutal, sad stories for last. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. Before I bring this up, for the moms in the chat, how do you feel about breastfeeding in public? Put your answer, not just moms, anybody. But this question, well, yeah, let me take that back. It's not just for the moms. For all of you that's here, what do you feel or what are your opinions on breastfeeding in public? Let me know. Let me know. Hit the like button if you haven't already. I love my mama. I know that's right. Sad ass say I'm all right with it. She ain't a baby and knows what it is. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Teresa, you don't like her either. Tracy was a good woman, but look, Tracy was all about the dollars too now. Let's not forget. So that's the same thing. I forgot who just said that about she not dating nobody broke. Tracy was with Babyface, Eddie Murphy, Dion, and you know what I mean? All right, answer me, please. Your thoughts on breastfeeding in public. Misha said, I'm fine as long as the mom is covered up for privacy. Side Eye said, I did it with a cover. Cece said, I don't have a problem with it when it's done discreetly. To be real, cover up. Lizelle, I don't have a problem with it. Let's see, girlfriend, I don't know who you talking about. On the plane. Rolanda said, nothing wrong with breastfeeding in public as long as you drape yourself and the baby. All right. So let me show you guys how I feel. I agree with the majority of you. As long as it is done discreetly, you have what is it? Are they called feeding cloths? You know, that you throw over the baby and the baby is getting their nourishment. Fine. Crickets, they cover up for privacy. Well, in this case, do we consider this being private? I'm going to show you guys this video. The lady was in her car at a Quick Trip gas station in Atlanta. And she stated that this security guard harassed her while she was breastfeeding her babies in her car. Is that considered private? I don't see tinted windows. And just go ahead. Let's take a look. Let me put this on top of this so you guys can hear it. Take a look and then give me your thoughts.
watching me while I'm breastfeeding my children at a quick trip. So I'm not engaging with him. My child is trying to breastfeed, and he's sitting here watching me. So I'm about to leave. I'm feeding my child. I'm about to leave. You're feeding my child. I'm feeding my child. You're violating my rights by watching me breastfeed my child. You have a problem? R Stubbs. R Stubbs. He's harassing me, and I'm trying.
Now I'm gonna pause real quickly. Dude took too many glances for me into that vehicle. Keep looking.
I'm trying to breastfeed my child, sitting at a quick trip. I'm not violating any rights. I'm not. There's no sign of anything. He's harassing me. He's racially profiling me, and he's harassing me.
Making my rounds, checking on everything, making sure everything's all right.
I don't consent to conversating with you. I just told you I'm breastfeeding my child. You're harassing me. You're supposed to keep walking off.
I need the officer here to run you off. I will.
I'm breastfeeding my child.
Unfortunately, there's no long-term parking.
Okay, well, I'm feeding my child.
Unfortunately, ma'am, there's only 15-minute parking, and you have been here for 5 minutes.
Okay, well, I'm feeding my infant.
And he can visibly see with his own eyes that she is indeed feeding her child. Okay, so let me remove your comments, Lois, because she gonna flash real quickly, and you can see that the baby was eating at this time.
And then I'm gonna leave.
Leave now.
So you're gonna violate my rights? All stuff. What's your badge number?
And I'm asking you to.
Now, girl, that's top flight security. You ain't got no badge number. Top flight security. But let's continue.
All right, I'm gonna put my child up. What's your badge number? What's your badge number? I'm literally breastfeeding my child.
So right there, they just showed that she is indeed, the baby was actively eating. Okay, let's continue.
He's harassing me. All of my children, he's making a scene. I'm recording. He's making a scene with me and my children. And I'm breastfeeding my child. He's watching me while I'm breastfeeding.
So that's it. What are you all's thoughts on that? I saw the P-Irv word in the chat, and I totally agree. But the thing about this is there is a law, and dog it, let's see if I can find it, where moms. All right, I thought I saw that just now at the end too. Dog it. Hold on. I thought I saw that. You guys don't know, but there is a Georgia law, and it states that it is Georgia's statute that grants the rights for mothers to breastfeed their babies in any location where they and their babies are otherwise permitted to be, recognizing it as an important and basic act of nurture for maternal and child health. All right. Now, so comment over here that may change things. And I saw it for the first time while I just showed you guys this. So I'm going to, it's at the part where she flashed to her baby eating and turned that camera towards the other kids. And did you guys see the sign that said living? Living. See, Joan said using a cover is required. And she was open, no cover. But we're going to take a look at it again, because before I read this comment, I want you guys to see what I just saw. And maybe this changes things for me. Let's take a look at it again. I'm going to try to pause it at the time stamp that I saw this as. All right, let's go ahead and take a look again. Keep commenting. Hey, Kathy. And hello, C. Jones. All right, let's go ahead and take a look real quickly.
Me and my children at a quick trip. So I'm not engaging with him. My child is trying to breastfeed, and he's sitting here watching me. So I'm about to leave. I'm feeding my child. I'm about to leave. You're feeding my child. I'm feeding my child. You're violating my rights by watching me breastfeed my child. You have a problem? R Stubbs. R Stubbs. He's harassing me, and I'm trying to breastfeed my child sitting at a quick trip. I'm not violating any rights. I'm not. There's no sign of anything. He's harassing me. He's racially profiling me, and he's harassing me.
Making my rounds, checking on everything, making sure everything's all right.
I don't consent to conversating with you. I just told you I'm breastfeeding my child. You're harassing me. You're supposed to keep walking off.
I need the officer here to run you off. I will.
I'm breastfeeding my child. Breastfeeding my child. Breastfeeding my child.
Okay, ma'am. Unfortunately, there's no long-term parking.
All right, it's going to be coming up, and I'm not going to say that it changes anything for me, but it definitely changed possibly how long she was there. Let's continue.
Okay, well, I've been here I'm feeding my child and I'm about to leave.
Unfortunately, ma'am, there's only 15-minute parking, and you have been here for 10 minutes.
Okay, well, I'm feeding my infant and then I'm going to leave.
No, ma'am, I have to leave now.
So you're going to violate my rights? All stuff. What's your badge number?
And I'm asking you to leave.
All right, I'm going to put my child up. What's your badge number?
All right, it's coming. Keep looking. Keep looking.
What's your badge?
All right, hold on.
number?
I'm trying to stop it. All right, pay attention. Pay attention. As soon as I unpause, she's going to turn that camera towards the other passenger side window. I hope I can pause it.
I'm literally breastfeeding my child.
Hold on. Here it goes.
He's making
Dog it. Go back, girl.
a scene. I'm recording.
All right, she's going back now. Living in my car. Does that make a difference? You guys see that? Does that make a difference? Honestly, it makes me sad because not only is she possibly homeless with all of these babies, trying to do the right thing and feed her kids. But I believe, Teresa, you are right. I believe that she's living in her car and, she probably wants to be in a safe, well-lit space, such as the gas station. And maybe, perhaps, that's why he was telling her to move. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about that? Nothing for him. He is exactly what you just said, Side-Eye, and what everybody else said. Because look, you're a toy cop, in my opinion. Well, I don't want to say that because I don't want to disrespect security guards. Call, first of all, have some compassion. And if you see all them babies and all of that, if you know that she's been there, even if you see this sign, have some compassion and call non-emergency so they can come and possibly lead her to some type of resources. You know what I mean? A shelter or something like that. Does this sign change things for you guys? Hey, Danya, I was looking for your fast tail earlier, sis. I'll show you tomorrow why I'm members only. Side-Eye say, I hope she sues and win. Man, that's awful. That is sad. Wow. I don't think you have to be covered in your car. I feel for her too. Does the sign make a difference for any of you? And like I said, for me, it changes things only as far as being a little bit more angry, because the compassion is gone today. The compassion is gone. So, right. And at least let her finish feeding her baby. Yeah, he was. Okay. Can somebody erase Diane's comment? Diane, I don't know who you're talking about, sis. And the only part is the derug word that you spelled out. That's the only reason why I need it erased. If one of the mods can get that for me. But who are you speaking of, Diane? That unalived 2 people and was serving life. Oh, you okay? Got you. I still need Teresa. Zap that for me if you can, sis. Diana's talking about Derek Groves. Derek Grove. So he unalived 2 people and was also a D-rug dealer. Yeah, I feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for her. And I do hope that 2 things happen. You know, we are living in a time where GoFundMe's have been very effective for people that need it. You know what I mean? And also, so I hope that that happens, as well as her getting some help. Her getting some help, you know? All right, let's see. Look who's in office. He's spewing hatred. Just move to another spot if it's only 15 minutes. Yeah, catch 22, Jacqueline. I guess you're right. And that's why I said the only thing is we really don't know how long she's been there. He mentioned the time. I'm not going to play it again. He mentioned how long she had been there. But if you know that that's this place policy, then yeah, I don't know. The baby was hungry. Look, and if we look at this as far as some of these stories that we've read and seen damn near every day, a lot of women especially get frustrated. They are suffering from postpartum and they do the unthinkable. So not only not feeding their kids, but do something much worse. So still kudos to her because she was feeding her child. And I really do hope that she can get the necessary help that she need, assistance. Mocha said, I would just leave and go somewhere else. If the cops show up, we know how it's going to go. Probably snatch all her kids from her. Good point, especially with that sign in your window. So the person, well, I closed it out. Yeah, I closed it out. So prayers going up for her. I think she's doing the best that she can. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's sad. Mizzy Barstar said, nothing changes. Law is as long as you are in your car, the 15 minutes don't apply. Good point. Good point. And she is covered. I read you guys the statute. She's covered. You know, that's sad. He wanted her to feel less than and diminished. I agree. I agree. He has zero compassion. None. And my thing is, would he have had it if that was his daughter, his granddaughter, So yeah, anyway, and we're gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna share another story with you guys. And it's gone viral. It's gone viral. When I look at Steph Curry, now why he got that big baby up like that? That boy should be standing down. His kids, his business. But Steph Curry, when I look at Steph, Aisha, and Riley hit the scene, the oldest daughter, when she was young and fell in love with her when it comes to her on-camera antics and all of that. But I do see the ideal family. You know what I mean? The ideal family. And Aisha is not too happy, evidently. And we're going to look at it. Sis, you said it's so sad she doesn't have a village to take her in and help with her babies. I agree. I agree. It is sad. And my first initial thought when I looked at that video was, yeah, she's feeding that one because she's able to feed him from her body, but were the other kids fed as well? That's where my mind went. I agree. And you got to be careful sometimes when you're out in public and possibly witness things like that. But yeah, I probably would have went over there and asked for a cash app or something. Go get your room tonight. You can feed your child and all the other babies. So yeah, a village is needed in a lot of cases. All right, one more comment. We're gonna move on to Aisha and Steph. Mixie said, I hope out of evil comes good and she gets help from a GoFundMe in Jesus' name. Amen. Let's all say amen and stand in agreement that God gonna work it out for her. Good. Absolutely. Amen to that, sis. Amen to that. Sad story. Teresa, we about to look at it, sis. Teresa said Aisha got all them babies and now she come up with this. You guys see 1, 2, 3, 4 kids. And the caption says, Aisha Curry reveals that she never wanted to have children. She had her own goals, and her husband, Steph Curry, doesn't understand her. Could there be trouble in paradise? Let's take a look at what she had to say. Let me put my copyright disclaimer banner back up and take a look and a listen.
Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals, and I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him like your fucking shots suck tonight, but like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to 4 kids? Did you always?
All right, let's go ahead to the second clip.
Have a bone in my body that can keep anything to myself. So if it comes to mind, it's coming out. And he's so gracious. Like he tries to resonate with me, but he just can't. And he also comes from a place of like, it's effing stupid. Like, it's not true. So why? And I'm like, but wait, like, listen to how it makes me feel. And he's like, but why does it make you feel like that? It's not real. After
Is she laughing through pain? I mean, to come out and say something like this, and I don't want to say pain, but she did give up her own career to marry Steph by her choice, though. And before I continue, there's a comment that I totally agree that said, did she even consider how her kids would feel after this? So I don't think that she did any of this purposely or in a malicious way. I think she's just talking and giving her truth. But let's continue. And hey, Deshonda.
when we got married, we found out we were pregnant with our daughter so quickly. I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. It's so interesting. I spent my entire life like trying to work towards something, and then it kind of just disappeared. And
oh, I don't know what happened there. Side Eye said, I'm not mad at Aisha. I understand what she's saying. And Pink Diva said, I thought Aisha was just saying that marriage and kids wasn't what she wanted, but when she met her husband, it changed. Well, we'll look at a couple more slides. I think it's only one left. I don't think that she technically said, but when she met him, her feelings about that changed, unless I missed something. And again, I believe that she's happily married. I don't know how he's going to feel as far as her coming out here and sharing this with the public. And again, the kids. I'm not saying that she's saying she don't want them, but you know, how could you take that with you? Look, sis, you had a live last night about burying family, and you know, SKR is one of the kids, the grandkids that came out with some thoughts about things, and will her kids feel a certain way? But let's see. Let's listen.
have a bone in my body that can keep anything to myself, being a shift and being like, I have goals for myself. Like, this doesn't feel right. I love being a mom, but I love doing other things too. And I need to get my shit together and figure out what that looks like for myself now. If I
So there you have it. Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts. I feel like she probably feels like a lot of stay-at-home moms. You know, not all, because that's a job in itself. But I feel like she feels that everything has been centered around her superstar husband, and she's just basically been pushed to the back burner. You know what I mean? So again, I think she loves her husband. I definitely know she loves her kids and all of that. But it feels like to me that she's I don't want to say lacking, um just contemplating her steps, going forward, and the steps that she's taken. She have popped out almost baby after baby after baby, and got one on her hip. Let me bring it back up. The picture. I believe she just had this last baby within the last year that's in her arms here. So, look, that man is rich enough where, girl, hire you a couple nannies, once you feel comfortable, and go ahead out there and pave your own way. I feel like she feels less than. I really, really do. But I totally agree with you, girlfriend. Some stuff just don't need to be made public. But she said, even in that clip that we just watched, hey, what about me? So talking to him is, she's not getting the responses, and maybe she feel like with her saying this publicly, she will. She did not. You're right. She did not say that she was unhappy. She just got started young. A lot of young mothers, wives, I know, feel this way. Ham Sandwich said every time she opens her mouth is negative about their relationship. I can't remember exactly what she said before, but I remember something where people did come out here, and Steph at the time got a lot of backlash. Diane said she gave up her dreams to follow her husband, and that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And she's feeling some type of way, and she got a right to feel that way. But look, child, you didn't get pregnant. It took two to tango. You know what I mean? So either you put your foot down now and say this last baby is it, no more kids. And yeah, now I'm about to do something else that makes me happy. Yes, I'm happily married. Yes, I love you, but I don't feel like I've accomplished the goals that I set out to accomplish in life. Good comment, Danya. Aisha is only speaking her truth. That was her thinking before marriage and children. She loves her family. Yes, I believe that she loves her family. Angela Rich said, I don't believe at all. Brittany Janae said, I get what she's saying because I was the same way before I had my kids. Yeah, and that changes the course of everything. Everything. But I do agree with girlfriend. If I feel like this is going to go viral, and it did, if I feel like people may start pointing the finger at my husband saying he was selfish and he didn't listen to me like she said he didn't, then yeah, I would have kept that in a journal. Okay. I would have kept that in a journal. Girlfriend say she's an attention seeker. Side I say men just don't understand us at times. She ain't lying. Yeah, and they just don't have that extra level of compassion, I would say. You know what I mean? He probably looks at it like, do you see this house you're living in? Do you see how we're living? I'm bringing home $300-400 million a season based off of endorsements, my salary, and all of that. You should be happy, but money all the time does not equate to being happy. You can only go shopping so much. You know what I'm saying? And buy this and buy that, or travel here and travel there. Yeah, I do think that is normal to look internally. And she just doesn't feel fulfilled, in spite of being a mom and wife. I feel what she was saying. I think a lot of people took it out of context. Yeah. She never said she regrets her kids. No. I don't think anyone said that over here. Jacqueline said, I get her, not mad at all. She's backed his career. Now she wants to do something outside of marriage that satisfies her. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And she should do it. She should do it. So again, let that little baby right there get of a preschool age child. You know what I'm saying? And they could definitely do homeschooling, got the money, the resources, and everything else. And yeah, go out there and pave your way. Do something. Get a brand, something just to keep her mind fresh, and also to utilize the skills that she picked up. She went to school and all of that for her own, like Danya said, dreams and path in life. So yeah, I didn't take it wrong, but she's gone viral in the wrong ways. She's gone viral in the wrong ways. And I don't think that she had an intention again. But yeah. So that's that on that. That's that on that. Shout out to Aisha and Steph Curry and those beautiful babies. I'm gonna touch and go on this clown because that's what he is. Shout out to Deshonda. Deshonda, you sent me the initial clip. We spoke on Cam last night, but Cam Newton got a response as far as him going viral again for all the wrong reasons. And we know that he said he wanted to know who Jasmine has been with. It's the audacity for me. Let's go ahead and take a look at what he had to say, because he did speak out about that. He's a clown.
So there's a possibility for you to with someone, then yes, I think that should be vocalized.
Yeah.
But if it's like you're a hometown,
Look how he looking.
crush, and they're never gonna like, you don't need to know that.
See,
That's none of your business.
And I agree with her. Look, you don't have to, and shout out to those that got that low body count. But I don't know. Maybe I put that for a Cutie Crew members only live coming up. Body count. Does it matter? Does it matter? The past before you. Should you I want to say be forced to tell your mate everybody that you've been with. We were talking, child, last week and yesterday over there at Sis Channel. A couple of us have had a little quick whole phase, 304 phase. Quick. Should our men be privy to that information? But let's see what Lauren LaRosa had to say.
Keep close to the chest.
The simple question is, I just want to know your list. I don't care.
That's crazy.
No, still low. So you still smash my shorty. I want to know.
Or 10 off, it still counts.
You're not telling your girl, I was in Turks and Caicos 10 years ago with my boys and I hit so and so.
Okay, that's why you lead with everything so you don't mess up a vibe. And this is the thing that we all have to understand.
Yeah, clown.
What works for me may not work for you.
That's fact.
Cinderella's shoe was fit for Cinderella. My name is Cam Newton. I can't put on Cinderella's shoe.
That's right.
So that's cool. So I'm like, yo, we get into this. That'll never be.
So there's a possibility.
Now, child, if you're watching and replaying this disappear, you'll know why. The Breakfast Club, somehow they're able to put copyrights on their audio. I'm going to put up a banner and we'll listen to this, the rest of it. But put your thoughts about Cam. Does the same thing apply to him?
Never be me. A lot of times, it's not even about what it is, more so than are you willing to tell me?
Yeah.
Now, see, don't play the mind games. That's playing. Jasmine is a fool. The man just said a lot of times it's not even about what it is. It's about, are you willing to tell me? No. He plays with this chick in everybody's face. She's a fool. Let's continue.
If I'm asking you what I deem is extremely surface level and extremely innocent, because I'm not judging, I'm happy, baby.
Right.
I'm not going nowhere. I already know before me there was somebody or somebodies. Let's talk about it.
So if you know it, why are you asking her? Insecurity, that's why.
In a relationship, there should not be anything that's off limits. That's just me. It's certain things that I think like you can't really truly be in love with a person if you don't really truly know a person.
Did you give her your list? I would say your.
Let me pause. Dog it. I hate that you cannot rewind, but when Jess said, did you give her your list? He looked stupid and now he about to lie. Take a look.
Name, addresses, faces, all that.
And see, you're
He lying.
You're thinking about the initial question, but not the reasoning behind the question. If you're willing to go over and beyond and say, hey, I did this, I did that, I did that, I did that. I'm not going to say how many times. That's like,
that wasn't the question. Nah. See, yeah. Couldn't be my man. That wasn't the question. Was, did you provide her with your list?
I just really want to know, and it never be me. A lot of times, it's not even about. I just really want to know if you're willing to open up and answer the question, because, like I said, it's a deeper rooted issue that, hey.
The deeper rooted issue is with you, sir. You're right. The deeper rooted issue is with you.
We in some real stuff. Tell me what you did. You can stretch your truth or your vantage point about a certain situation. Tell me what happened.
I wish the hell I would. Let's get to this last slide.
I wanted to know her list.
Oh,
of who she votes?
It's the first one.
I want to know. I needed to know.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to tell you why, though. I want to know. Because before I sit up here and really keep moving and elevating our relationship.
And impregnating you time after time after time, and I haven't married you or anything else, before I even get myself to the point of marriage, I need to know. Let's continue listening to this fool.
I want to know who got one up on me.
And that's what it's all about. I ain't playing no more. That's what it's all about. So now he's on the Breakfast Club trying to act like it's a test. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the case. He just said, I want to know who one-upped me. You know? Ham sandwich. And that's what you're supposed to say. I was a virgin when we got together. I promise. Melanin said he never answers the question, and she's slow because she agrees with him every time. And she said, I'll put it back up for you, sis, Melanin. She said, I actually love the fact that he has my list. Such a weight off my chest. With the laughing emoji. Girl, people laughing at you. The joke, honestly, is on you. And look, she may not even get all of this backlash had this man not had a history of coming out here and making a fool out of her. He said he don't know if she the one that he gonna marry. He, every chance he get, he is embarrassing her. The Hunt family said, I think he got hit too hard by a defensive end, child. His logic is crazy. Not CTE. Indigo Girl said, he think he's God, a man without fault. Makes no sense. Very manipulative and evil. How can any woman stand him? I agree. Girlfriend said he couldn't be my man dressed like he's always about to go on a safari. Danya, that's it. That's all. Gaslighting 101. And I can guarantee you, if she had the balls to ask him for his list, he probably told her, you're not me. You know what I mean? You're not me. You can't ask me that. Those are the vibes that he gives. A couple more. Cam goes all around the mulberry bush instead of giving a direct answer. And yeah, Shorten is here. No, he did not provide a list. You can tell. I'm not going to play it again, but when Jess first asked him, that's Negro 101. That look is Negro 101. You caught me. You got me. He was about to say absolutely and didn't even finish the damn sentence. Shorten said, I wouldn't tell because the first time he'd get mad, he would throw it up in your face. Facts. Fact. Teresa said, this man got baby all over the East Coast. And he has the audacity to want to know who she has been with. Boy, bye. Indigo said, Kim is a clout chaser who likes to go viral for any reason. I can agree with that. And that reason, most times, unfortunately, is at her expense. Side-eye said, I would have been like, which decade you want? Child, look. You want the truth? You want the truth? Because I may throw in the size. Shout out to Aaron Pierre. Now, don't question me if you don't want the truth. I'll give you a couple names and a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. That girl is a fool. She stands now against everything that she spoke negatively about in the past, baby mamas and all of that. And look at her now, willing to accept everything, willing to rock this big overgrown Negro to sleep. And how she knows he's asleep, she says she listens to him breathing. Girl, are you crazy? He looked like he need a hot bath in my Grace Jones voice. Ooh, child. Y'all a mess. It's the Cutie Crew sisters. It is the Cutie Crew sisters. They a mess. Maybe he's just trying to let her know, I don't want to marry you. And Angela Richardson, she's not taking the hint. That could be it. Just look at him. And I'm going to just show this picture and then we're going to move on. I wish a Negro would. Just look at him. You know, it's the audacity for me. If you weren't Cam Newton, if you weren't this former football player and all that, would you really be getting any play? And I'm talking about the way you look and dress and all that today. No. But Jasmine is one of them ones, child. She's willing to do and put up with any and everything just to say she got a Negro. Just to say she got a Negro. All right, I got 3 more topics for you guys. Shout out to you guys. 142 of you are currently watching. Hit the like button if you're here. Shout out to the replay gang yang. And let's go ahead and get into an update when it comes to TD Jakes swallowed up. Let's go and get into swallowed up. TD Jakes sued and won. So TD Jakes' lawsuit sparks AI scandal. Judge hits opposing lawyer with $5,000 fines over fabricated filings. And according to TD Jakes, a lot of that stuff that we heard, child, was generated by AI. Let's go ahead and take a look. TD Jakes scored a legal victory, and shout out to the Jasmine brand, when a federal judge in Texas penalized attorney Tyrone Blackburn. If y'all don't know who Tyrone is, he's a mess. He was involved in a Diddy case. I believe that he's been disbarred now. You know, just a mess of a lawyer. But Jakes won a victory over him for submitting court documents containing fabricated legal citations generated by AI. This ruling came amid a defamation suit filed by Jakes against Dwayne Youngblood, who alleged misconduct by Jakes in the 1980s. Jakes denied the claims and accused Youngblood of trying to extort him for $6 million before going public. The judge determined that Blackburn's briefs contained deliberate misquotes and bogus references, and even after being called out, he refiled similarly flawed documents instead of retracting them. Blackburn admitted using AI to draft the documents and apologize, citing unfamiliarity with technology, but the court rejected that defense. How you going, first of all, refile using the same damn documents, and yeah, no, you're not about to apologize to me, and you done came out here and said all this shit. You knew it was fabricated. Hey, Aunt Debbie, he's a nutcase. But as punishment, the judge, that's too low, levied a $5,000 fine against Blackburn to be paid in installments, revoked his pro-hack vice status, barring him from practicing in that district, stipulated that any future attempts by Blackburn to appear in that court must include the sanction order. Jakes' team had sought over $76,000 in legal fees, but did not receive the full amount. So that's okay, Flojo. Thank you for being here, sis. You guys double check, make sure you're still subscribed and click that notification bell. $5,000 is not enough. He did the same thing, side-eye, in the Diddy case. The girl Mia, I believe, initially had Blackburn as her lawyer, and he fabricated a whole lot of things that she said did not happen. Now, she still said or alleged that she was assaulted by Diddy, not actually, but she was another one. I think that was the one that allegedly was held over the balcony. But Blackburn added a whole lot more, a whole lot more. So this is a win. This is a win for TD Jakes. Swallowed them up right there in court, child. Right there in court. Let's see. Let's see. So wait, those were fake. Yes, ma'am. They were fake. He should be disbarred completely. So, like in New York, he can no longer practice. Now, in this district, he can't practice. In Texas, but other districts, I'm sure that he can. They need to strip him completely everywhere. He's a disgrace, and he's setting out to just really ruin folks' lives, Timu Blackburn. Hey, Lula. Timu Blackburn. Side I say he needs to be in jail. Teresa say he is a crook. He is a crook. And I agree. So a lot of us came out here and were I don't know if I touched on Dwayne Youngblood's case or not, but I remember talking about TD Jakes at some point. But yeah, this is a win. This is a win for him. Ham Salmon said, and people were believing that stuff. Some people hate the church so much they will believe anything negative. Good point. Side I said he shouldn't be able to practice in his living room, child. Period. Bridget J say, take that. Jakes is under a lot of stress. Yeah. And we know that he stepped down because of health issues and all of that. Hey, Auntie, I'm live. Sorry, guys. That was my auntie. The AI, you asked how we felt. Okay, girlfriend. Are you talking about earlier? Okay, sis. All right, let's see. Any other comments? Let's see. I think that's it. All right, we're gonna move on to these last two, and heartbreaking. I am gonna say I probably need to start with this one because this one is really going to make me sad, and then I can end with the other that's just going to make me mad. Okay. I'm gonna put up a trigger alert when I could find it, and you gotta wait, Teddy. You gotta wait, buddy. Trigger alert. Heartbreaking story. I am gonna try to read this in a way. Yeah. Let's just look at it. Sensitive content for sure. And a Cleveland mother says that I'm not gonna say the age because of YouTube, but you guys see it on the screen. I'll say 5-year-old daughter was beaten and essayed by a group of children ages 8, 9, and 10. And she claims that they forced sticks, like off of a tree, down her daughter's throat and private area. The mother went on to say that some will not face charges due to their age, and that is straight BS. Straight BS. You guys can see the young child's hair. Looks like they pulled out her hair and everything else. But I'll go ahead and read what the mom had to say. She said, "Hey guys, I saw all of your messages asking me to set up a GoFundMe for Marie. I don't want anything from anybody, just genuine support and love. But seeing how much you guys really want to give for her, I set one up for her. I didn't put a goal, only $1, because it's not about the money for us. I need y'all to know this is real and affecting our everyday life. But thank you to all of Marie's internet, aunties and uncles that want to help. So far, she's raised $19,000, a little over $19,000. And I'm sorry, let me snap a pic of the GoFundMe because I'm definitely gonna donate once we're done. What are your thoughts about that? And I know I probably don't have to ask many of you what you would have done. I don't care if they were 3. I don't care if they were 5. I don't care if they were 7. Lock their asses up. Lock them up. That's what Audie homes are for. And while we're at it, let me take this down. While we're at it, go ahead and lock them parents up too. Go ahead and lock the parents up too. That is heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. You know? Danya, I don't know. That's the thing that I don't know. Why was she alone with the other kids? It could have happened, and I'll do some quick research now, but we don't know if this was, let's say, on I think we probably would have heard about that though, school grounds or But let me do a quick search. 5-year-old daughter, 5-year-old girl. Let's see. Let me look it up, then I'm going to read you all's comments. Let's see if a news article will come up. That's YouTube. All right, we're going to take a look at this news article. So I was able to find something. The mom said that she thought her daughter was gone. Gang raped is what happened. And that's how they are saying it in these articles. But let me go ahead and bring this up real quickly. We'll look at the video. And then, Danya, I'll see if I can find some more details for you, sis. All right. My search engine, if let's say I'm searching about DV, or I bet you they probably really saying, I hope this woman is okay, because I'd be searching some things. You hear me? But let's go ahead and take a look. And I do have my copyright up. This is allowed under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use, for news reporting, criticism, comment, all of the above. Let's take a look. I was going to say, I bet you they're going to have an ad.
Welcome to the most honest.
So I'm muted while the ad is on, and then I will scroll back up and I'll read you all's comments. Then we'll have one more story after this. I love Hot Topics. While I'm waiting for this ad, I've given myself a year to really, really grow my channel when it comes to Hot Topics. So October 2026, here I come. I don't want notifications. All right, let's go. Unmute.
Your daughter was beaten, abused, and traumatized. I'm Katie Houston.
And I'm Damon Maloney. We first learned about this after receiving multiple phone calls and emails about a Facebook post detailing the violent attack.
News 5's Nadine Abusada sat down with that mother who wants everyone, Nadine, to know what happened to her daughter.
Katie, Damon, we want to warn those that are watching that what you're about to hear and see may be graphic and disturbing, as a mother demands answers and justice for her daughter.
She and many of you
Yeah. She literally will crack you up. Like, she's so proper the way she talks. Everything about her is just like bubbly.
When talking about her 5-year-old daughter,
So
Antavia Kinnebrew
bubbly.
lights up.
She is very, very affectionate.
But sadly, that joyful spirit
It was horrible.
is broken.
The bubbly 5-year-old.
Mm.
She was not there no more.
I gotta pause, but I was thinking that first time watching this with you guys, but immediately I knew that that bubbly personality is gone. You know, let's continue.
We're not naming the child or showing her face because she is a minor. But this horrific story begins on September 13th. Antavia says she left her 5-year-old daughter at a family member's house. Then she got a call. Her daughter was missing.
At a family member's house, and then the daughter was missing, Danya.
When she arrived, the little girl was already in an ambulance.
I could not recognize my daughter. Her hair was ripped out of her head. She had blood and bruises all over her. Her nails was filled in dirt, and she was unresponsive.
Antavia says her daughter was taken to a wooded
Lord,
area
have
where a
mercy.
group of children attacked her. The allegations, which include sexual assault, are too disturbing to share with you.
That is so evil. Evil.
News 5 reached out to Cleveland police regarding this incident. What can you tell me about this investigation involving a 5-year-old allegedly being assaulted?
It is an active investigation that the Cleveland Division of Police is conducting at this time.
In a statement, the department confirmed that the Sex Crimes and Child Abuse Unit is actively investigating a case involving multiple children under the age of 10, both as victims and as suspects.
And we have to protect the rights that the victims have, just as well as the suspects in these cases.
Antavia says her daughter spent about a week in the hospital. The moment she opened her eyes,
She was screaming. When she woke up, she said they killed me. She thought she was dead.
the memories came flooding back.
To hear your baby say that she did, what? A 5-year-old shouldn't even know that word. Like,
How is she now?
she's struggling mentally and behaviorally. She say things that she never said before. More violent, more suicidal things.
She says now her focus is on just 2 things: making sure her daughter heals and getting justice.
You posted about it. Why? Why did you want to speak out regarding what happened to your daughter?
Because I needed justice for my daughter.
So when you say justice, what does that look like?
Everybody involved in the pain that was inflicted on my daughter,
That's right.
they get what they deserve.
That's right.
As of now, no charges have been filed in this case, and Cleveland police reiterate that it is still under investigation. For Antavia, she has legal representation and she plans to keep fighting until she gets justice. Damon, Katie, truly a heartbreaking story.
Nadine.
Heartbreaking indeed. And look, call me. Yes, it happened in Cleveland, sis. Call me what you want to call me. I'm not sure had that been me with a family member, a niece, or what I would have done to those kids. And I know that's not, I have to talk about this on Patreon or something. That's all I'm gonna say. Where did they get this behavior from? What have they witnessed? Not to give those other kids an out or anything like that. And that's why I said blame the parents and lock their asses up. Deborah said, are you kidding me? Who are these kids' parents? And they better get these kids some serious counseling or they will repeat this crime again. Yes. Shorten said, learn behavior. How did or where did they learn this behavior? Those are some sick children. Yeah. And that's the thing, side eye. You know what I'm saying? Let's just hope and absolutely pray that that baby will be able to heal, not only physically, but mentally. And I just really hope and pray that it does not change the direction of what her mom said her life was before this happened to her. You know, bubbly, smart, all of that. And she's already have shown that that's no longer. So lifelong, you know. Let's see. Brittany Janae said that poor baby, I would definitely press charges against the parents, and these kids need to be expelled. Yeah, take their little asses right to the Audi home. For me, especially, unfortunately, with living in this age of social media, they are able to, if you don't have the child locks on all of their devices and all of that, they are able to see a lot of things, hear a lot of things, and you know what I mean? But because of that, also, that age needs to be lowered as far as when they could be arrested. I don't give a damn what age they are. And like everybody is saying, the majority of you, they can absolutely repeat this. That's not a one and done type of situation. And even if, let's say, throughout their teenage years, they're able to curb this or whatever you want to say, I believe at some point in their lives, that behavior is going to come back when it comes to grape. You know, she absolutely needs justice. She really, really does. Let's see. The mom can use some of the GoFundMe for counseling. That baby is going to need it. Isn't that admirable, though? Because looking at the child before I brought up that news story, Danya, I'm thinking that this is and she still could be a well established, you know, mid 30ish or something like that mom. That's a young girl. And you know, for her to say it's admirable that they don't need the money, you know, yeah, take that money because you're gonna need care for your daughter for the rest of her life. You really, really are. So the GoFundMe, guys, I'll bring it back up in case any of you want to donate. And then I got one more story. And prayers going up. Prayers going up to a little baby A. Marie, her mom. I'm praying for her healing, for her mind. I'm just praying for everything. They have taken away the innocence of that child. Of that child. 5 years old. 5 years old. But the GoFundMe is Justice for A. Marie. So those of you that want to make a donation to the mom, do a search on GoFundMe's page. You guys see the beautiful baby. This baby looked like the other baby, little Miss Shirley, a little bit. But search GoFundMe for Justice for A. Marie. Lock their asses up. And I'm a fan of. I am a fan of street justice. I don't know about you guys. Sometimes a lot of these folks sit in the clanker for too long, waiting for to be indicted, waiting for it to go in front of the judge, just waiting, child. I'm a fan of quick and swift street justice. Yes, I am. And sis said everybody can get it. Yeah, it's sad. Lois said, my God, precious baby will be in therapy for life without the healing of our Savior. Orange is the new black because that's my new uniform. Too young to have been done like that. I agree. And I'm pleading mental insanity. Because I probably don't even have to lie about it. Yeah, I'm zapping out. I'm zapping out. Ms. E. Barstar said, yeah, go ahead, lock me up, cha. Y'all know I always say I don't give a damn about sitting in between Big Bertha legs behind them bars if need be. Go on, braid my hair. The mom can use, okay, I read that for counseling. Yeah. She needs justice. Those children are too vile for such a young age. I agree, Mixie. It's definitely not one and done. If they get by with it, totally agree. They are absolutely a threat to society. These are not kids just being kids. This was an evil act of violence to the 10th degree. If they are not punished, this will be repeated behavior. Totally agree. Totally agree. Monsters. I got nothing for them. They not gonna get, oh, he was a good kid. You know, a lot of times when unfortunately, some of these moms find themselves on the other side of their kids doing something wrong, and somebody end up pow-powing them and unaliving them. Most time them same mamas, he was a good kid. He was 17 in the 6th grade, but he was a good kid, Yeah, no. Yeah, no. And lock up the goddamn parents too. All right. Yes. Hey, Classy KC. How are you? Justice, justice, justice for A. Marie is the GoFundMe. Thank you to my ma, Teresa Wright. And yeah, justice for show. Street justice for show. That's it. That's all, Danya. Look, we're gonna be talking about Pink Diva gave me an idea. And not to incriminate ourselves, but you guys know we said some things that we did to them exes back in the day. We're gonna do some of our favorite childhood stories as well as a twist to what we spoke about with the exes. That'll be coming up, Cutie Crew members only, most likely next Thursday, because the following Thursday we'll have our Cutie Crew sis Miss Wynn coming to us when it comes to mental health. And don't forget, Cutie Crew, I need all of you guys on deck tomorrow for the Elegant Elephants story. Yeah, powerful. Extremely. All right, last one that I'm going to share with you guys. And this is another one where I feel like street justice is what I would like as well. This 27-year-old father was sentenced to 50 years in prison. Oh no, that's not the one I wanted. I can't do two of these. Hold on, guys. No. Mm-mm. Y'all read that on your own. I can't do another one when it comes to a child. Hold on, I brought up the wrong one. You guys go over to Neighborhood Talk if you want to check that out. I didn't even read that earlier. I got to protect my mental health. Sometimes I could look at stuff, sometimes I can't, and that's one I'm just not. Where is the one? Hold on, guys. Shoot. Let me go to my messages because I know I DM'd it to myself. Neighborhood Talk. Yeah, that was the Neighborhood Talk. Where is he? 13 hours ago. Okay, let me scroll down. And yeah, this guy deserves to be met with some street justice as well. All right, I got it up. Lock him up. Man arrested for spraying. I can't even say it, but you guys see it. Hello. I don't know, child. Give me something for I. Give me something to say for I. You guys see it on the screen. Hello. Something with an I, child. Victory. Is it a victory? You guys see it? YouTube is they definitely don't want us to say that. I don't want to say the package, but I'll say the package, okay? This man was arrested for spraying the package blood into the eyes of healthcare workers who were assisting him. 25-year-old Cameron Gilchrist from Raleigh, North Carolina, is behind bars after again spraying blood into the eyes of two healthcare workers, exposing them to the package during a hospital visit. He is facing 2 counts of assaulting emergency personnel after the incident at UNC Health Rex back in March. Authorities say Gilchrist was receiving treatment for diabetes when he allegedly sprayed blood at those 2 employees, hitting both in the face. Investigators say the hospital workers suffered irritation and exposure injuries, and according to the arrest warrant, both were potentially exposed to the package. It is unclear if either actually contracted it. They didn't arrest him until 6 months later because he was undergoing psychiatric and medical treatment at the time of the attack. He was finally taken into custody on September the 11th and is currently being held on $25,000 bond. His next court date, is December 8th. UNC Health Rex released a statement saying violence against medical staff is becoming more common, adding that protecting employees remain a top priority. Look, I don't know if his ass was playing crazy or not, but by the time them boys get through with you, I can't say the part I was about to say. You will be. You will be. And look, side eye. You guys remember I brought up that picture of Martin not too long ago, last week, looking just like Martin. Looking just like that picture with the knots all over his head. Flojo say lock him up. Danya said he needs street justice, no trial, straight to the streets for justice. Ambitious. He was 17 in a sense. Yeah, you know I have to throw it in there, child. That's what they be saying. He was a good boy, not my boy. May he rest in peace. He gonna get karma behind those bars. Yeah, these stories just hurt too much. You know what, Side Eye? I'm trying to pick and choose because unfortunately, sis, when it comes to hot topics, we do have to discuss a lot of them. You know what I mean? We need to be aware. And you guys know I'm a big fan of sharing a lot of these stories to your kids and all of that to educate them and warn them of what's really out here in the world. I'm talking about age appropriate kids. But even when it comes to the sad case that we just went over as far as A. Marie, 5 years old, and she didn't do anything wrong. Look, not only do I want those kids to experience street justice, but whomever the family members were whose house she was over and you weren't properly watching her, y'all can catch these paws as well. You know, y'all can catch these paws as well. But as far as this guy, lock his ass up after he get that street justice. It's crazy. You wasn't that crazy. You knew if you sprayed them with that, the chances of them being exposed. You know what I'm saying? And side eye, yes, they will be on antivirals for weeks. You know, it's crazy. And yes, people are sick. So maybe I need to find another quick positive topic for us to look at because we are ending it on that note. So yeah, I'll search for one. But what do you guys think about the last story? Do you guys really think that he's cray-cray? Do you guys really believe that he's cray-cray? You know, and I don't. I'm sorry. I do not. I don't. Let's see. Let's find us some positive chat on the way out the door. I can't end it on that. Well, child, maybe I just put up another. Maybe I just bring back up that Aaron Pierre. Let me bring back up Aaron. Let's see. Because I am. Oh Lord, let's see if they clowning Carucci. I bring up Aaron and Carucci. Carucci over there trying to cook for Dion, child. And she asked for my chefs out there, should I marinate my chicken and seasoning with mayo or yogurt? I've never heard of that. Have you guys? I have never heard of marinating your chicken with mayo or yogurt. I'm not saying it's not a thing. I've never done it. Put it in the chat. Child, marinate that stuff with if you're using some type of liquid marinade, you can do that. Get your flour, your eggs, your seasoning, you know. Anybody heard of mayo or yogurt? Never heard of it. Carucci is half what? I know she mixed. That must be the other side. And yeah, a lot of people use mustard. I don't, but I like it. I don't fry much of anything anymore and haven't for quite some time. But even when I was frying chicken, I never marinated in mustard, but I do like it again. Somebody over there saying black people, man, your business. But here goes somebody. It says, yeah, now I have heard of yogurt incorporated in Mediterranean food for sure. And if I'm not mistaken, Brittany Janae, as well as Indian. But there's a chef over there, and they said clearly some of you don't really cook. Plain yogurt is an amazing marinade. It breaks down the meat and helps to tenderize it and keep it juicy. Google, here you go, Brittany Janae, some Mediterranean recipes and then come back and join the conversation. Somebody said, I just learned today that these were options. Here's another one. Yogurt tenderizes chicken. This person said, I'm too deep in the South for this conversation. All right, here go somebody, an Arab. As an Arab, yogurt. High key, never heard of mayo marinade. Yogurt is high in protein, and the acid in it tenderizes the meat. All right, guys, we learned something new. Some of us. Only mustard if I'm frying. For sure, no name face. She's Asian, and the mayo tracks for her in certain recipes. Mediterraneans use yogurt. Angela Richardson said, don't sound good. Look, I love me some yogurt, but I also say that Greek yogurt, I believe that's what the other person said, that really doesn't have a taste. The plain Greek, yeah, just the plain yogurt, it really doesn't have a taste. Okay, Spectator said, heard of mayo on chicken. The white people. Side eye, did I get it, sis? I did. Okay. I've heard of yogurt, but never mayo. Never heard of that. Debbie said, get that shit away from me. Asian use Q pie. Q pie mayo? Q pie. Mayo in lots of their recipes. Side eye, start your comment from earlier. Sis, you may have missed it, but I spoke about sushi bake. If you've never made sushi bake, try it. I made it. My niece and I had a contest this past Sunday. It's absolutely amazing, but I can really do without the rice. But I did make it with the regular sushi rice. So look it up. It's a lady on TikTok that has 7 something billion views, and she gives it step by step. So you'll love that. But yeah, shout out to you when it comes to the tuna and those kiwi. Look at me, kiwi. I'm thinking of the Q pie. The seaweed snacks. Delish. All right. I am going to end this on a low note because it is hanging low. I know Aaron Pierre, that's Mustafa. I'ma end this on a low note, cuties. Cutie crew. Y'all know our fast behinds will discuss behind the walls at some point or another. You guys, the peer pressure when it comes to these cutie crew sisters, child, I'm an angel. I be trying to be good, and they fast. But we're gonna end this on a low note. Now, I'm gonna end this with this. I don't know if I got some men in the bushes, child. If so, y'all gone head out. These jeans are deceiving to the eye. Danya fast ass here. Danya, follow the mouse, sis. Follow the mouse. These jeans are deceiving. Now, we did learn right there when he was in that spirit tunnel that, he's a fine man. You hear me? We got the idea that Aaron, look at Lois fast say, that Aaron was working with a little something. But Danya, keep your eye on the screen, sis. Look at Angela. Angela said, let me go ahead and get over here with my husband. I'm just going to take my mouse across the screen, and that will show you guys where that there ends. I'm moving slowly. Can you guys see my mouse? Hold on. Can you see my mouse? Blame the cutie crew. Look at Deshonda, fast airs. I'm going to take my mouse. And just take a look at the... Wait a minute now. Is it there or it can't be there? I done saw something different this time around. It's not here. It is not here. But right up in this here area. Real quick. Right up in that there area, child. Shout out to Tiana Taylor. Do you hear me? Aunt Debbie said, look at Aunt Debbie fast behind. Aunt Debbie said, no wonder Tiana Taylor be smiling from ear to ear. Ear to ear. You hear me, Aunt Debbie? You right, sis. Dag, you have to bust me out, Teresa. Teresa said, chit chat. You already been checking it out before you showed it to us. Okay. Dag, Teresa. You my ma. You supposed to have my bag. But yeah, it's right down there in that there area. We'll talk about it another time. Look at Flojo. Look at y'all. Now look, guys, I do have some male subscribers. You know, some may, get a thrill out of it. Some may not. And it is what it is. Look, we women, a lot of us are strictly, I ain't got to say what else. And he got it. That's all I'm going to say. He got it. He got it. Okay. No, side eye. No, ma'am. Now that's not normal. Side eye said, I'm bring back up real quick. Are you talking in the middle of the towel? It is the middle of the towel. All right, look at Classy KC. Oh my God, Brittany Janae. Aunt Debbie said he Aunt Debbie said he got it going on, child. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. All right, side eye, you are right. I will say the reason why this towel gives the impression that it's all the way down here is because of the extension up there in the mid area of that towel. In the mid area, that made that towel continue to crease. I'm gone because these regular cuties don't know that this how we be getting down sometimes. We grown. We have fun. We talk about serious issues. We do it all, okay? That's, see, sis? Now, last time you said good, you remember? Why did I just think about that, sis? Just last week when you said good, do you remember what you said it for? You said those was the good days. And you know what we was talking about. I ain't gonna bust you out like Teresa just bust me out. I got tears in my eye. You got a thing for saying good, sis. Do y'all remember? Don't put it in the chat. I'll say it. I think we was talking about phases. That's what it was. That's what it was, Danya. But baby, in Pink, I hope my bro not near you. I hope hubby at work. Baby, Danya, Pink Diva had a flashback. Do you hear me? I don't know if you were there, sis, but baby, when she said good, she felt that in her spirit, child. Oh, y'all fast. I got tears. Oh, I got tears. Oh, Aunt Debbie, y'all. Aunt Debbie said he need a little help with all of that there, baby. He ready. But do you guys see the chest? I didn't know Aaron had it like this. I know. Bridget J, sis. We are grown, mature women. Look, let me stop. First of all, let me get Aaron off my screen. Y'all got tears coming down my eyes. For those that's looking on that's not a part of my cutie crew, I just want to apologize on their behalf. These sisters are some of the most amazing, that well-established, career-driven, accomplished. I'm giving all the facts. Fast women. I'm gonna throw that fast in there, child. But look, a lot of them are married, but guess what? They not buried. They got eyes. Aunt Debbie, talking about, can I blow that picture up? Look at Aunt Debbie, child. Oh no, ham sandwich. I ain't even putting your comment up on the screen. Y'all scroll. Y'all see what ham sandwich said, baby. Chris Cross will make you jump. That's all I gotta say. Look, Side I say said those are the ones that have you at work tripping. Those are the ones that have you out there looking for their ass in the daytime with a flashlight. You know you don't need no flashlight in the daytime. I've been there. And done that before, child. I don't want no parts. At this age. Miss me. With all of that, you can have an eensy weensy at this age. I'm fine. Because I ain't putting myself through that stress, child. I ain't putting myself through driving 3-4 o'clock in the morning, making sure your car at home. Let's say if I had one wish, baby, in her Ray J voice. Fast Cutie Crew. BKNY is in the building. Yes, Lois, I'm apologizing on y'all fast behalf. Now, Lois, I'm going to keep your secrets, child, but we just had a follow-up discussion with you. That was fast-ish. Diane talking about don't apologize. We is who we is. Baby, they a mess. They are a mess. Bridget J, I gotta play this for you, sis. I got to. You want to go back to your
Girl, what's going on?
4 days, child. All right, we will continue this conversation, Cutie Crew, and one of our old trusted members only. I don't know if tomorrow will be the time, but we'll dedicate our fun night for the 16th of October for sure. And look, we listen, we don't judge. And Debbie want that picture blown up, child. We listen and we don't judge, okay? I done already emailed myself that Shade Room post, texted myself that Shade Room post. Tiana Taylor, girl. Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, okay? And I'm really honestly, truly excited for Tiana Taylor because we know Iman Shumpert did her like crap. Tiana Taylor was one of them ones. Now, I don't know if this is true. Shout out to however anybody get down. But I do believe that, she was one that agreed to additional parties in bed while married. That came out allegedly, but I don't know if she was like that before. Tiana gives off both energies to me. And live your life. But baby, Aaron would be all I need. Do you hear me? Hey, Cass. Love you too, sis. Love you so much. You have been around for a long time, Cass, as a subscriber, and I appreciate you. I'm getting out of here. Look at No Name said I was chasing mine in the car at night with no glasses, knowing I can't see. Yeah, I don't want no parts. I don't want no more parts. I told the Cutie Crew I spotted my ex's car, and I was about 2 blocks away. I had my little nieces with me at the time. I said, there go his headlights. There go his tail lights right there. And when we got up there, they could not believe that I was right. Parked outside a chick house, child. Jumped on out that car. Yes, I did. All right, I'm out of here. I'm telling too much of my past. Aunt Debbie say, do he need a maid? Aunt Debbie. Not you want to be the maid, child. I be the nanny. Shit, Tiana, go ahead and do your projects, child. You busy. I watch them babies and Aaron. You hear me? He did do her wrong. And she absolutely did. And that's something I ain't never doing. Nothing against anybody else that's into it. A lot of people are into that. Not me. Nope. But Aunt Debbie gonna be the maid, child. Not staking out in the bushes, child. Yeah, okay. I will incorporate that into our story. Although we spoke on something similar, but yeah, we're gonna free ourselves next week. We're gonna free ourselves and tell the sisters what we've done in the past. You guys already know I was on a wild speed chase before. Y'all remember that? And I was chasing him, okay? Oh, child, all out on them city streets in the Shy. And we'll do it again. Don't play with me. Find somebody to play with. Find you somebody to play with. Ooh, child. I told you I jumped over them tracks and Sparks came from the bottom of my car. He was scared. You hear me? Baby, shout out to the first husband. I ain't gonna say your name. But and I love my sister-in-laws. If they ever hear this, they know I'm talking about their brother. Find you somebody to play with, okay? Chase that ass for hours damn near from the from the far south side, not damn near to the low end. So those of you from the Shy, you already know the Wild Hunnets to the low end. I sure did. All right. Donnie was kicking in doors. Oh my God. Jacqueline said, I'll be his stylist. All right. So look, Aaron and Tiana has a maid, nanny, and a stylist. You know? Teresa, you remember, huh, sis? Baby. Sparks was everywhere. Shout out to my car, baby, because it didn't break down. It didn't break down. And I definitely caught up with him. Ooh, child. Baby, them shocks though the next morning, baby. I don't know. Look, I don't know which car I was in at that time. I think it was my little sports car, child. But baby, but that car held up that night. But baby, it needed some major work after that. Major. Okay. Told them tracks up. I don't know what I was thinking. I must have been focused on his car and not the railroad tracks approaching. And baby, I just jumped them. And when you go over them real fast like that, girl, my car was going up and down. I'm going to stop. This is a Cutie Crew story. I'm going to stop. Baby, that car was shaking. And his brother was in the car with him. Now, Cutie Crew, don't y'all ever come out here and say what I called my sister to verify. Don't y'all ever come out here and say that publicly, okay? Let's see. It was me, a bet and glass case at his job. Ooh, child, at the workplace. Look, they got a full staff. Flojo say she'll be the cook. Mizzy Bar Star, Chi-Town represent. Let me go ahead and play this for Ms. E. Bar Star.
If you don't know by now, I'm talking about Chi-Town. Yeah.
Child, let me quit telling my past. I don't know if them statute of limitations. I don't know if them statute of limitations then passed, child. Flojo, I ain't the one. Don't play with me. It is best. It is best that you don't do that. Okay. I'm so much more mature now. Thank you, goodness. Thank you, God. And yeah, I will never go back to that frame of mind. See, Bridget J. Well, it was my, we know it was the guy. And look, real talk. The brother that was in the car is that brother. So when I was chasing at the time, and we got married after that. This was after the car chase. Oh, yeah, that was after the car chase. We ended up getting married, child. He loved me. But the brother in question is the one that was in the car with him when that situation happened. I forgot what car I was driving, Rhea. But I do know it held up. It held up that day. It really, really did. But I definitely had to have some work done. Yeah, child, it ain't last long. Again, I be the one that cut them on off. And yeah, I had to cut that one off as well. And yeah, I was young and dumb, child. His sister, who I still love to this day, we still close. Her and her baby daddies got married. And I said, oh, we should get married too. And he's like, I was going to ask you if you wanted to marry me. And that's how that happened, child. So basically, we got married because they got married. I've been delivered. That's what Pink Diva said last week, child. That's what she said last week when she said good. I ain't going to tell y'all the context. But yeah, delivered, child. I've been delivered. And yeah, I'm going to go and get out before I keep telling my business out here on these streets. But that's another reason why, yeah, I don't want to be in a relationship, child. Because that second husband really, really, really got off good. I told y'all I was almost gonna be in them tents. Arizona prisons are outside. And I saw myself in them tents, child. I said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. You ain't doing that at all. Okay? And last night. What happened last night? Oh, well, the rollers. Well, that's a different context. That was innocent. She was sneaking away, to still go be fast. But I'm talking about that flashback that our good sis had last week, Teresa. Thinking about them 304, that 304 phase. We ain't gonna say days, just a quick little phase, been there. And Bridget J is right. Sometimes you miss them days, baby. It was no headache, no hassle, no attachments. You know what I mean? Men don't realize some women are hit it and quit it too, child. Oh, okay. Now y'all gonna bring up the drop kick, right? I am mentally scarred, okay, for life. Y'all gonna bring up the drop kick? Really? Really, sis? Really? Baby? I ain't telling that out. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm not telling that out in public, child. But just know, my little short mama, baby, could have been a member in the WWE. Okay? So that earth's up. The broom. Let me clarify, because I said I swung her around. It really wasn't a swing, but I was holding the top of the broom because I was a tad bit taller. So that lets you know she's short because I'm short. And she was holding the middle. And that's when I was saying, no more. No more, mama. So I was turning her. Saying, no more. Because my strength at the time, child. So she was turning with me. So I didn't swing her, but she was turning with me, baby. But baby, I ran for the hills. Okay. I said, no, ma'am, we ain't about to do no broom now. You ain't never did no extension cords or nothing like that. And we damn sure ain't about to go to no brooms. And I'm 17 years old. But I had a ball at that Mendel's high school party. I think I came in about 2:00 in the morning too. So that's another reason. All right. This is Cutie Crew worthy. Okay. Shout out to the Cuties, the regular Cuties. This how we get down, child, behind them closed doors. But I promise you guys, I'm not making it up when I tell you that I said enough. No more. No more, baby. Because she told me you're not going, okay? I said no. Child, I waited until she dozed on off. The party wasn't over to midnight. It was a high school party. And then, there's an after party where you're hanging out. Catholic school girls and boys. After the party, we having our party. We out there. I think and that's how crazy I was. I drove my ex's car. Well, he wasn't an ex at the time. I had a boyfriend, but I didn't want to go to their party at his school that weekend. But he gave me the keys to his car, and he was in a car club, the Escort Club. You guys remember the Ford Escorts? So after Mendel's party, he had the lights under the car and all that stuff. Child, we out there. I'm showing off the car and talking to the other boys. With the other boys, see Melon, and I said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. And I baby, we twisted and turned until she was wore out. Now, please believe I will never, ever, and had never, and wouldn't even think about it now because she'd strike me from above. Hit my mama, anything like that. But I wasn't letting that broom go. I wasn't letting that damn broom go. Oh, she was mad. And child, once I had that opening, I ran for the hills. I think she was tired. Were you at Mendel's parties, Mocha? Bomb. Did you go to Leo's parties? Now, Leo is where my ex graduated from. How about Brother Rice? I went to school across the football field from Brother Rice. Baby, them Catholic school parties was it. Do you hear me? Mendel's parties were top tier, but Leo's parties, I gotta. That's a school, unless you're talking about something else, Flojo, or to someone else. Mendel is a school, but Leo's parties was bomb as well. So yeah, my mama said, okay, I bet you I'm gonna fix your ass. Just like Pink Diva Daddy fixed her fast ass, baby. Let me go and bust sis out. I'm gonna go and bust sis out and I'm gonna go and get out of here. So last night we was over there at Pink Table Topics, and somehow we got on the conversation of crazy childhood things and stories. And sis, let me see if I can find some pink rollers. Hold on. Sis, I'm busting you out. Let me bring up some pink rollers, child. Pink, not roller skates. I'm about to bust out. Not roller skates. Let me do my search over pink hair, pink hard hair rollers. Let me bring it up. And I hope I can find that picture that Teresa had with the lady with the kitchen that she posted. Where is it? So I'm gonna tell Pink Diva story, child. Pink Diva wanted to go to a party as well. Okay, I ain't talking about the pink sponge rollers. Let me bring this up. Maybe I need to do my search. Hold on, I'm gonna put black women with pink hair rollers. So Pink Diva wanted to here we go, child. Where's the one Teresa? I think Gia put this one over there. But those are the soft ones, aren't they? I don't know. Where's that picture? This ball had sis look back in the day. I'm bringing this one up. Let's go ahead. You guys can't see it. Let me share this screen. Let me share this screen. Let me go back. Oh shoot. Because Pink Diva, I bet you. Let me open this picture. I want to open the picture. All right, hold on. You probably was about this age, sis. Right here. You guys remember these rollers? Pink Diva snuck out to go to a party, right? I remember all the details. And sis, wait a minute. What did you put the rollers on, sis? Oh, a doll. On a doll. So she rolled up a doll head with these pink rollers, put it up under her covers on her bed, used one damn pillow. Now, you know your body ain't just going to be one pillow. Sis used one, probably a standard size, child. One pillow, snuck on out the house. But she was detailed with her escape, child. She put a bucket. She put a bucket out her bathroom window and climbed on through that there window, child, and stepped down on that bucket. Went on to the party. Sis said when she got back to the house. And she went on the side of that house and didn't see that pink bucket. She knew that her daddy was on to a child. I got tears, sis. Oh my God. The bucket was gone, y'all. Sis had to go in that house and take it like a champ. Take it like a champ. The bucket was gone. Girl, I probably would have went back the other way, child. I probably would have went back the other way, went to a family member's house and begged them to say I was there. I don't know, child. If I would have saw that bucket was missing, but sis took it like a champ, child. She went on in that house. She went on in that house and got that earth toe up. Do you hear me? Toe up. Oh, I'm crying. But this is what she did. Now, sis, I know you grown now. But ain't no way in the world I would have thought. Like, how big was the doll's head, sis? How big was the doll's head? And yeah, daddy knew as soon as he went in that damn bedroom that you wasn't fooling nobody. He know you probably was, your frame was a tad bit bigger than that one pillow. And then he looking at this damn, she probably hadn't rolled her hair in quite some time too. So he probably, oh child, I'm done. I'm crying. Yeah, I would have ran away, Bridget J. I would have ran away. Daddy told that earth up. Do you hear me? Told that earth up. Sis, you should, baby, we should have been friends back then because I would have told you, girl, that ain't gonna work. But to sis's defense, you put a bonnet on top of the rollers. Ooh. You really planned that shit out, girl. Oh my God. She put a bonnet on top of the rollers. Girl, bye. Girl, I'm looking at this picture trying to imagine a bonnet on top of it, laying there in that damn bed with one pillow. With one pillow. Uh, yes, Deborah. I ain't going in that damn house. I didn't turn that corner. Sis said she had to go down that long driveway. Y'all know I told you I don't forget anything. I'm telling this story like it's mine. I'm telling Pink Diva's story for those of you that may have just tuned in. This was her fast ass. But baby, sis said she had to go down that long driveway. She thought she was free and clear. And baby, went on the side of that house and the bucket was gone, child. Baby, daddy would just have to, you can discipline me tomorrow because right now, no sir. Right, that's what I was just finna say. To Sis's defense, her auntie, which is, I call her Miss Cleo, she like a psychic child. The auntie had a premonition of some sort that Sis wasn't home. And sis, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't the auntie go down there and wake your daddy up and tell him she ain't in this house? I got a feeling that she out partying. It was 2 a.m. in the morning. You had no choice but to go in. Your rad dropped you off and left, child. Baby, I would have walked. Child. I would have walked. Don't, child. Sis, didn't auntie tell your daddy that you wasn't there? She had a little premonition and daddy was sitting up waiting. Say, you know what? Let me go check her bedroom. You wrong. Telling his sister, no, you wrong. My baby in that room sleep. Oh, I could imagine his face when he pulled them damn covers back and saw that damn. I gotta go. Oh my God. The Lord told her, child, Bridget J. I said, auntie shit. She could have been like Miss Cleo. You hear me? Auntie got all the tea. Auntie got all the tea. She's still telling sis tea to this day, child. Baby, I cackled at the thought of that damn doll head with them big rollers and one pillow. Since you didn't have no king size pillow back then, you ain't had no body pillow, pregnancy pillow. You probably had. Did you use one or two standard pillows? Please let me know before we go. I'm spilling all her tea. Yes, I am. Oh, you talking about auntie? Well, I'm telling it tonight, child. Call me Auntie Chit Chat tonight. I'm telling everything just like her auntie, child. Teresa said Auntie Cleo was a mess. Girl, Auntie Cleo still giving sis the tea. You hear me? I'm snitching, Danya. I'm snitching. I know snitches get stitches, child. But that shit was so damn funny. That shit was so funny. Just thinking of the whole production of it all. She thought it through. I give it to not just one standard. Ooh, stop. Ooh, I gotta go. Sis, stop. Stop. Not just one. Not just one standard pillow, child. Please. Oh my God, sis. What were you thinking? You didn't execute that right at all. Oh my goodness, Lois. Yeah, we'll touch on this next week. She already told me we should have a members only live with favorite childhood stories or funny. And we're gonna do just that. Baby, Auntie Cleo is still telling all the tea. That's my type of auntie, child. My auntie called me with some audacity when it comes to a family member. I can't say it publicly, child, because I don't know who listening. I said, you bet not. That was my answer, which she wasn't anyway. But it was an audacity story. So them aunties, baby, they be trying to be hip with the nieces, child. But that was soon as she told me. I said, Auntie, I'm live. And then she said, hold on, let me tell you this. And I said, you bet not. So yeah, ooh, child, you was creative in your thinking, but baby, you gotta work on the execution. Okay. You gotta You girl, please. A blind man could have told you that one pillow wasn't gonna work. But honestly, though, sis, you probably wouldn't have gotten caught if it wasn't for Auntie Cleo. If it wasn't for Auntie Cleo. Now, see, Danya's auntie caught her smoking at 13. Damn, I was younger. And I got busted because of a snitching friend, former friend. No, it was my birthday. I think I already told the Cutie Crew this. Okay, I'm just spilling all the tea. One more story, I'm out of here. Danya just made me think about this. But back in the day, you used to be able to go to them little neighborhood corner stores and buy your mom's cigarettes, and you know what I mean? At the time, my mom did smoke. But it was me and all of my friends, and I believe I had just turned 11, and we wanted to celebrate my birthday by smoking cigarettes. I think I was 11 or 12. I'm gonna give myself 12 now. I was younger than you, Danya. And anyway, my house, real big house, big corner lot or whatever, we decided there was this interest where you can go under the porch, and the porch was a wraparound. So again, it's a big house. So you got one side of the porch, you got the whole front, then you got another side. And on one side, we used to be able to go up under the porch. There was this door that my dad had on, and not a door, but a little, crawl space or whatever. Child, we went up under there, and when I tell you, we smoked all 20 cigarettes back to back, choking and everything, child. And anyway, my pajama party was that night for all of the girls. Now, when we all was smoking the cigarettes, it was, all of our friends, the boys and the girls in the neighborhood, celebrate my birthday. Baby, one of my friends went home. We all lived on the same block. And we was dumb, just like I'm sorry, sis, just like my sis was with that pillow and roses, rollers. But it was all up in our clothes, My parents at the time, I don't know, somehow I was able to sneak in and take my shower and get ready for my pajama party that night. But my friend went in the house smelling just like smoke. Her mama called my mama. My mama called everybody else mama. So yeah, we were some mischievous kids, but look, those were the days. Now, unfortunately, they ain't doing cigarettes, child. They sneaking and doing the perks and sneaking and doing the But fun memories. You guys think for the next week. Shout out to Pink Table Topics for suggesting it. Cutie Crew members only. You guys think of your fun childhood stories for next week. Let me see what y'all saying. This was supposed to be a power hour, and we are at 2 hours and 27 minutes. We out of here 2 hours and 30. Talking about I was creative in my thinking, but didn't think I was gonna get called. Flojo said, I needed this. She is still telling your business, child. Baby. Auntie Cleo went down there and told her brother, look, that girl ain't in there. I can guarantee you. Go in there and look in her room. Daddy was out for the night. TT called and messed all that up. Deborah said, I got caught smoking because I burnt my bangs trying to light the cigarette. Lord. Oh, child. Didn't we have some fun times, though? My goodness. That's crazy, Deborah. I bet you know how when your hair burned, it got that smell to it? I bet you. And then when you burn hair, it like the flames spread up. And your bangs, baby, was burned up literally. You hear me? I woke up thinking about them pink rollers. Baby Teresa, that's the picture that you put over there. Angia was hilarious, child. Cackled. I wish I could have found that picture that Teresa sent, but we out of here. But the picture that Teresa sent was a true representation, child, of a lot of us, Black women, in our kitchens back in the day before our mamas put them hot combs on the stove and got that area. Oh, the hairspray did. Lord, girl. Did it get your eyebrows too, child? I hope not. All right, I'm out of here. Casey said this was so funny, chit chat. Thank you guys. Look, y'all know I'm a fool, okay? So again, I'm glad that we were able to end this on a fun note, considering a couple of those heavy topics that we discussed throughout the live. And look, a lot of y'all, I know, Teresa, but I don't feel like going over there copying it, getting it, emailing it to myself and all of that. But yeah, that was hilarious, child. But a lot of you regular cuties, y'all may need to go ahead and sign up, child. Y'all may need to go ahead and sign up. We are a cackle. But as I mentioned, don't get it twisted. That's not all that we do behind closed doors. Over the past 3 years, we have built relationships with each other. We've had to support each other in trying times, loss of loved ones, anniversary of loved ones' death. Prayers going up to Lady Vi. Today is the anniversary of her baby's death. Happy heavenly birthday again to your daughter. But you know, it's a true sisterhood. I think eventually some of the men that I'll go through my list again, they may end up leaving, child, because yeah, it's all about us. It's all about us. So I'm glad that you guys got an enjoyment out of this. And again, so glad that we were able to just turn it around. Again, if you want to donate, Teresa, was it Justice for A. Marie? Justice for A. Marie, the GoFundMe. I closed the page out. I believe that's the GoFundMe. You guys saw the picture. If you guys want to donate to that beautiful mom and beautiful baby daughter of hers, make sure to do so. I'm about to do it right now. And shout out again to the cutie crew. Shout out to the cuties, the regular cutie subscribers that was down in this chat tonight. Is just as fast, just as messy, child. Flojo, Deborah Holden and burnt up her bangs, child. Tam C, Classy KC, JY is laughing at Deborah Holden's story, baby. Trying to like the girl. You thought you was a professional. How old were you, Deborah? Tell me your age, sis, before I get out of you. How old were you when you were trying to light the cigarette on the stove? But shout out to the cuties. Shout out to Cricket. Shout out to each and every one of you. Lois Chow. We're gonna have to talk about the memories. Let's see, is Deborah still here? Deborah, give us the age, if you still listening, of how old you were when you burnt off your hair. She said the eyebrows wasn't affected, guys. Thank goodness. Yes, just as mesh 12 years old, so you was about my age. Yes, Classy KC. And look, I love it. You do not, I promise you do not have to be a cutie crew member in order for me to definitely build these relationships right here, right on YouTube. But it hit different back there, child. That's all I gotta say. It hit different. But I love all of you guys. I really, really do. Shout out to all of you. Shout out. Baby, that Pump It Up spritz was the ish. And the white bottle with the baby with the letterings. You said you late, but you fried your bangs too. But mine was with Pump It Up spritz. Baby, I used to love me some Pump It Up. I may have some Pump It Up in my toiletry closet. I got so much product. But I don't know. I think I just bought it for memory, like back in the day. I did the same with Love's now Jean Nate. I bought that, don't use it. And then I told you guys I went on a wild hunt chase years ago when I first moved to Vegas for a Carefree activator. So stuff like that, just for the memories of the past, I buy. Now, I could take a picture. I don't know why I have to buy stuff. But I love you too, Flojo. I do. It hit different, don't it, sis? It hit different. All right, guys. I have to. There is no rescheduling. Members only tomorrow. There is no rescheduling. We will welcome our Cutie Crew sister, the elegant elephant, be there, be square. And yes, Bridget J. Bridget say join the membership today. Y'all don't know what y'all missing. And look, we are just building lifelong connections. That's it. We don't see this stopping, whether it's a YouTube channel or not. These lifetime connections of us will go on, I pray, to the end of time. To the end of time. And don't forget, the Cutie Crew will be invading Jamaica in 2026. Cutie Crew, I was going to touch on a little bit when it comes to Jamaica this coming Saturday, but I got something that I have to do. But to my Patroni cuties, hold on, let me bring that up real quick. Oh, give me 1 second. Oh, maybe it's this, child. I hope it's this. Let me upload. Let's see. Did I save it? I didn't. Hold on, guys. Hold on. It'll be quick. Yep, that's not it. Downloads. It has to be this. Today is the 8th. I didn't do that at 6:22. It got to be this. Hold on, guys. To my Patroni cuties. If you gonna have some free time, you guys see I'm hitting it up. Tia joined. Oh, that's right. Tia joined last night. Shout out to Tia, our internet niece. All right, I gotta take a quick swallow of water because I've been talking for 2.5 hours. But Friday night on Patreon. Hold on, I got a cough again. Let me mute. All right, I am back. Welcome, Tia, our internet niece, Cutie Crew niece. Friday night on Patreon, we'll be watching the Braxtons. Saturday, we're gonna have a double header because you guys know we just watched this past Saturday, The Preacher's Secret. This coming Saturday, it's gonna be a 2-hour watch party. We'll watch The Stepfather's Secret. After that, and you guys know we discuss in between commercial breaks and all of that anyway. After that, we'll watch The Husband's Secret, and then we'll have an hour or so discussion, after. Sunday, we will be watching Real Housewives of Potomac. And I think I don't know if I'm just going to be able to do all of this. I kind of want to do recaps, but I kind of don't because we recap it. That's the purpose of my Patreon. So I figure it out when it comes to YouTube. So if you are a Patroni cutie, join me Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay. The Cutie Crew membership link is in the chat. And also, if you want to join us over there on Patreon, the link is in the chat. And then Let Loose Lounge. Oh, shoot. I can't do it for Halloween. Okay, maybe we'll have a special because I want to do a Let Loose Lounge once per month. Maybe, because I don't know about you guys, child. I ain't giving out no candy, no nothing. We'll discuss. I don't have to make a decision now. But Halloween is that Friday. So I was thinking maybe we can do some type of special Let Loose Lounge Halloween, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, guys, I'm drained as far as my voice. Did Danya watch with us? Oh my goodness, Danya, you missed it? Girl. Ooh, child. Go back and watch the replay or just catch it. OWN does have it on demand. And if I'm not mistaken, because I was telling my sister too, they may have the full episode on YouTube. Yeah, that's a must watch for sure. I can't wait to see The Stepfather's Secret though, because this lady is from Chicago. So I definitely can't wait to see that. And then the other one is The Husband's Secret. So yeah, I'm working, okay, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but I'm hitting it up throughout the day. And then, you know, a lot of times when we end, like right now, it's 11:40 Eastern Standard Time, 10:40 p.m. Central. It's only 8:40. So it'd be late for y'all, but I still have some time to kick it, you know, sometimes if I choose to. You watched on YouTube. Okay. Okay, Danya. It is Family Secrets, The Preacher's Secret. Let's see if I still got that. Here you go, sis. You see that on the screen? Unlocked Family Secrets. This is the first episode. It's on OWN. So you can go to OWN's YouTube page and watch it. It's there because No Name Face said that that's where he, I believe it's she, watched it. And check it out, child. I wish you would have been a part of the discussion, though. That was a trip. That was a trip. All right, guys. I am out of here. This was fun. It was, and informative, and, you know, hot topics. I loved it, and I love it. So you guys, thank you again for joining me. And make sure to join me. My next hot topics, as of right now, it's probably going to be Monday. I would love to do it 3 days a week. We'll see. We'll see. Just make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell. That's all I got to say. But I love you guys. Shout out to the cuties. Shout out to the cutie crew. Shout out to the cutie mods. Shout out to them hard pink rollers. Chow. Shout out to the broom. Shout out to the broom where we said no more. No more. Okay. Shout out to each and every one of you. Y'all know I act a fool and get silly when I'm tired, and I'm tired. But I love you guys. Thank you again for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your hump day, and I'll chat with you guys soon. Bye. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT.